but this is really only snippets of history. And so what Lalia has invited me to do, that post this wonderful workshop I've been asked to produce, to present rather, is that we will have links to the music and probably some other things as well, that you all can continue going down the rabbit hole of history and music and people that are all connected and enjoying the harp. So I pray that y'all are good and all right. We're going to get started. And I know that's all right because you're here. I first received this piece, this composition rather, from a jazz violinist by the name of Tarika Lewis. And I couldn't spell "the" in chord progression. But Tarika said, "You're going to learn this, and when you do, let me know." Again, I'm going to give a harp interpretation of this beautiful composition. And again, this is one of those foundational pieces for me that was really important as a jazz artist and one who continues to expand my possibilities on my instrument. This is a short version, excuse me, of Stolen Moments. And I thank you for asking me to at least share something, because she asked me, she said, "Well, would you be willing to play a little something?" And I said, "Absolutely." Because it's important, because the association with the instrument as a European classical instrument and going back to its origins, this particular style known as a semi-concert grand, which has pedals at the bottom, is only about 250 years old with the pedals. Prior to that, which, and excuse me, just as a note for those of you who may not know the process of a harp or play it, the pedals allow us to do chromatic or half steps, and so those have to be done with the feet. And Felice Pomeran said to me, she said, "You got to think with your feet." And I was like, all I can think of are brains in my feet that have to remember to do the half steps and the inflections that allow it to be jazz, which also, moving alongside that in European classical music, all of the chromaticism that happens in many of those compositions, and being able to do it with a quickness without any buzz or hiss or craziness that can come with the instrument, for those of you who play it.
We have a great comment right now from Fanya. Fanya Margot McDaniel, do you know her? She says, Sister Destiny, your statements about the foundational music reminds me of the foundation training that many African American artists, singers, and musicians received in the church. That is to say, gospel music. That is such an astute remark. I love
and
that.
it
Thank
and
you.
it is true. And I will go back to Alice Coltrane, who most folks don't know that not only was she a multi-instrumentalist, but Alice's complete training along with some European classical training was foundational. She went to Olivet Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan, where she was noticed as the pianist that would accompany gospel musicians, gospel vocalists and choirs throughout the Detroit, Michigan era. And so what she was bringing to piano, and as well as when she came to the harp, she was still bringing that feel of the gospel and the way that she understood it, even as she expressed the gospel through Hinduism. And even John, her husband, spoke of wanting to take the music back into sacred spaces and specifically into the church. Because I want to say that he also was the offspring of a grandfather who was a Baptist minister. You are absolutely right on point, Sister Fania. Thank you so much. I see. Are you able to jam with other musicians over complicated jazz changes given the pedal changes? Absolutely. And one of the beautiful things, thank you, Carolyn. One of the beautiful things I love about jazz is that we are composing in the moment, each one of us, even as we respect the chord changes. So if we're jamming over it, I might choose to just comp on a particular chord progression. I might lay out and just listen so that I could hear what all the conversation is happening around me and where does my voice fit in that. Even with the pedal changes, sometimes I might just do things where I'm only operating on an octave. Thank you. On an octave. Just and I might come in and it becomes the uh-huh. Because for me, jazz is church. Jazz is gospel. And so I might this might be my way of going, uh-huh, yes, say that again. I didn't hear you the first time. I didn't hear you the second time. Come on, let's go with it. And I may do something like that. Again, I might choose to sit out because sometimes the opportunity allows for me to do is to listen. You are welcome, Sandra. Thank you so much. Sandra says, thanks for playing. The history was a revelation, but the playing was a bless. God bless you. Thank you, Sandra.